Hey guys, it's Timmy here, and welcome back to Shindo Life. This video may or may not be edited. I don't think I'll have the time to make it, but if I can, I'm gonna try and edit it. If not, oh well. So just in case, if it is not edited, now you know why. But basically, this video is actually gonna be something really cool that I want to talk about that a lot of people just don't know. It's really easy to look over, I guess I would say. So if you have a tailed spirit, I'm about to show you something pretty useful, especially if you have core or sun. Anything that has like 4 legs and actually moves really fast. So let me explain what it is. So tailed spirits are already pretty busted with how their power is. Obviously, they got multiple forms. When you actually get them up to the 6 paths, you can see that the stats are really solid. And they even have a Tentashian mode, which makes them really, really strong. Tentashian mode's really freaking good, but it has a 10-minute cooldown. Honestly, I prefer using 6 paths most of the time. But that's not what's OP about this. So I'm actually going to go and take you guys over to the place where I always fight people. I personally don't use the arena. It's too small. I don't like whenever I have to fight like people that have like really long combos. For instance, like one-shot combos. I don't know, to me it just kind of ruins the fun of the game. Basically, you can't move at all. So I always do my fights out here, and it becomes a lot more fair for everybody. And it gives you a lot more of a chance to just get out of that combo. Where in there, you're going to be in a combo every 2 seconds. It's just terrible. Anyways, the point is, there's a Z-spec for tailed spirits. And a lot of people don't know this, but in core, you can actually charge on your tailed spirit. But not just core, I think it also works for every other tailed spirit as well. Not to mention, if you don't hold right-click and hit Z, if you just hit Z itself, I can now run away to get away from any move that my opponent is trying to send at me. And this may seem like common sense, but look, I can charge while I'm on here. I can heal up while I'm on here. And not only that, but while I'm up there, I could be shooting down more moves. But where this becomes really OP is, let's say someone's using clones. This is a clone's weakness. I've realized that. I fought so many people that have clones, and they just start spamming clones to destroy you. Let's say, even I think Shindai Rengoku has a move like that. That may seem like it's super bad, but if you have a tailed spirit, guess what? Boom, pop up into the air, start charging, start spamming down with your Q. You can even like do another move. Get ready. I mean, literally, you can just spam, get away so you don't get hit by the units, and your tailed spirit's just going to trample over them. It's an auto dodge technically. There's very few moves that can actually hurt you while you're up there. There are certain modes, say the Dune's Fate Spirit, that used to be a huge problem, that can, in fact, get up there, but it's still going to be, most of the time, a really useful way to just get out of the fight, go far away, hit your opponent, stumble them up a bit, and then also charge up your chi mainly. Your chi is going to get really charged up if you do that, but if not, the tailed spirit isn't that great. Like, without this Z-spec, it wouldn't be that good. If you just use it purely to spam balls, you're not using it right, put it that way. Like, to me, I hardly ever spam the balls because it makes the MD go down so fast. I think it makes it go down like a whole 500 every click. If you're using it like that, in my opinion, you're not really using it right. Sure, that is strong, but you're going to kill your MD faster where you could have been doing more moves and done about the same damage. And it can help you get out of a fight much faster. I think this goes for pretty much all tailed spirits, but I just want to let people know that, because a lot of people don't see the tailed spirit spec as anything crazy. I mean, you just go in, oh, time to spam! But no, that's not what you're supposed to do. If you're smart, you'll get away from the fight. And if you wanted to, you can just kind of run in a circle, stomp all over them, charge up your chi while you're doing that, or heal up if you need to. It's basically like having a third auto dodge. Like I have one auto dodge here. I obviously can't have a second auto dodge in my loadout, but that's one. I have the Riser Illusionary, which I made a whole video on how to get that. And I could use this, and it basically puts them in a Genjutsu bubble 3 different times. Then, after that, I can go into core. And by the time I'm out of this core, I can already use my Benkai auto dodge all over again. Personally, I prefer the Benkai auto dodge over the Riser auto dodge. So look, now I can use Benkai auto dodge again, and there we go. It just keeps on going. So basically, it's almost like an infinite auto dodge, and you could be using moves here and there while you have a small bit of an opening. Literally, it's so OP, especially when you use the Riser move. That's your perfect chance to strike. All I'm saying is that this is a really broken combo if you know how to use it right. It's not really a combo. It's more of just like a really smart loadout choice. I know combos are normally described as like moves back to back, but to me this isn't really a combo. This is more of just like the tailed spirit spec is pretty much an auto dodge. And if somehow Rel ever took away the ability to charge while you're on the tailed spirit, That would really suck for one. But for two, that would pretty much negate all of this that I'm talking about. Because, yeah, you can get away from a fight with this, but if you can't charge your chi while you're on this, that kind of ruins half the fun. The good part about this is, like, let's say you're using auto dodge, right? I can be charging up, but if someone hits me, I'm going to be jumping around and it won't let me sit still and charge. If I try and do a genjutsu, obviously they can't move if it gets them. But with the core-tailed spirit, if I hit the Z-spec, it's always going to allow me to get away from the battle. If they can catch up to me, that's another instance, but I can also auto-dodge while I'm on the tailed spirit. There's many things you can do. Honestly, there are so many different ways you can use this to your advantage. All I'm saying is if you fight like me in the open world and you're not in the arena, the core-tailed spirit or any of the tailed spirits are pretty good to use. Overall, they're solid in stats. Their Q-spec is really good for damage. The Z-spec is pretty good for damage, dodging fights, and also charging up your chi. And then if you use Tentashin mode, it's kind of like the same thing, but a little worse in my opinion. Like, it's overall beefier, but I don't think it's actually as efficient to use in battle. It actually ends up just hindering me most of the time. And I will go ahead and talk about why this has a weakness within the arena. The main reason I don't like doing fights in the arena is because this is basically a tailed spirit's worst nightmare. Why? Because Rel made the arena super tiny. I mean, look how tiny this place is. If I was going to my tailed spirit right now, normally I get flung up into the air like 1,000,000,000,000 miles up into the sky. It's just not that great for 1v1s. Yes, I can go into my tailed spirit, but watch what happens. Right now, this is what is called a good scenario. I'm going all over the place right now. Like, it's just taking me everywhere. And it kind of works, but not really. Sometimes you get stuck in a tree and you just won't be able to move. It just really doesn't work the best. So literally, if you're using a tailed spirit, I wouldn't recommend you do this method within the arena unless you have to. It can work, but I'm just going to let you know now. Sometimes it'll fling you way up to the freaking moon, and then you'll come all the way back down. I've had it happen like 20 times in videos. The whole point is, what I'm trying to say is, the tailed spirits have been kind of called weak, apparently. Like, a lot of people actually call them weaker or say 10 tails is better. I'm telling you guys, that is not the case half the time. I literally going against like 10 tails or any other tailed spirit, I can still win just because I know this method. Most people are just going to spam the balls trying to get more damage, but it ends up just overall hindering everything. Also, another thing is if you're trying to hit someone that's on a tailed spirit while you're on a tailed spirit with a bomb, good luck, because you're both going to be moving so much and you just wasted a lot of MD. That's how I defeat a lot of people that use tailed spirits against me, because they just don't know what the heck they're doing. If they do it the same way as me, that makes it a little bit more interesting, but I still have multiple other auto dodges and attacks that kind of change the game in my favor. I got this for a stun. I got this to go faster. I can hit the Q-spec to drop a bunch of balls and like charge while I'm doing that. I have an auto dodge. I have the first riser attack move, or the last riser attack move, obviously. I got the Bankai attack move. I got 2 different Rasengans, which make you go faster so you can get away from a fight, or you can hit someone. And then obviously I got the Genjutsu move. There's just a lot here. There's a lot in my loadout that doesn't seem that strong, but when it's all put together, it's pretty OP. And I actually am going to make it even better soon, because the Odama Spirit Bomb really isn't the best for my loadout right now. I really want to place that, and I might get the Shiver-style Dimension Blade. It looks pretty cool, so I might try that out. I'm not really a big fan of Bomb Toss, because it normally just doesn't really hit the enemy, and you always miss. And that's just too big of a risk for my loadout. I want every move to be really solid. But yeah, that's really the whole point of this video. I just wanted to tell you guys the tailed spirits are still really freaking OP. That technique right there may seem simple, but it's actually something that most people don't know. And it makes tailed spirits probably one of the best modes in the game, if not the best. For me, it is the best. That's why I've always used it. I think it's good in every regard, and there's really no downside. So, if you wanted to use tailed spirit, here you go. This is just a little tip. This might make you a little bit better at PvP. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Go check out my Noob to Pro series. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Fusion Timmy, signing out.